The special theory of relativity is the cataclysmic bomb laid out in 1905 by Albert Einstein himself. When it first came out, it was a radical change of physics that stunned classical or Newtonian physics and created a new modern era. Technology, philosophy, astronomy, and medicine alike has had tremendous influence from this magnificent creation. When you begin to understand the depth of the theory, you quickly realize your own insignificance. And how crazy the world is that we live in. So let me take you on a journey where we tackle this annoying insignificance and instead decide to share valuable knowledge between ourselves. But what does the theory say? What does it mean? Let's find out. First of all, we have to separate the theory from another one of Einstein's creations. When special relativity came into existence, it became obvious that it didn't incorporate the force we are most familiar with: gravity. To tackle this problem, Einstein 10 years later came up with his general theory for relativity. But that is another video concerning the structure of space and time, space-time. The important thing for you, the viewer, is to realize there are different theories made by the same man, and they both build upon postulates, which I will go through. The first postulate is that the laws of physics are invariant in all inertial frames of reference. This is fancy physics language for saying that as long as you're not accelerating, we are experiencing the same laws of physics. It's as simple as that. The second postulate says that the speed of light in vacuum is the same for all observers, no matter how fast you're moving. This is not one as easy to get your head around, in my opinion. Let's say my dog is a super dog from Marvel Cinematic Universe or something. If he shines a light from a torch into space and decides, oh, I'm gonna catch up to that light, no matter how fast he's moving, no matter how fiercely he chases this electromagnetic wave, he will always travel at the same speed away from him in all directions. What Einstein then did is consider the consequences and implications when we combine these two kind of crazy ideas. And it turns out it was a pretty good idea. But what are these implications and consequences I'm speaking of, and how did he get to them? Let's make an experiment. Imagine you are on a really nice train. It is an Øresundstog and you're traveling to Denmark over the bridge. At the moment this is impossible because Corona, so do not try this at home. Anyways, at the halfway point of the bridge, there is an island. Imagine your friend Anton is standing on that island, looking out into the beautiful Öresund, and he sees a vicious storm coming right at him. You are still at the start of the bridge, but you're looking out the window in the same direction as he is, that's important, but still unaware of the enigmatic storm to come. Exactly, and I mean exactly when you reach the halfway point of the bridge, you are directly beside your Turkish friend Anton. A lightning strikes, turning torso and the smørrebrød factory at the same time. One is in Denmark, one is in Malmö. It strikes at the same time, but only for Anton. Here comes the fun part. You see, even though you're right beside him when the lightning struck, you will see one before the other. Because if the speed of light is constant in all reference frames, the light from Denmark will find you a bit sooner, because you are not moving the same way as Anton is. This result, which is scientifically confirmed by the way, throws universal simultaneity out the window. But that is far from all. Because of my velocity, two simultaneous things happen at different times for me. This leads to the conclusion that time itself is dependent on how you are moving relative to another observer. So time dilates depending on your velocity, and simultaneity is a scam. Anything else? Well, yes. Theory also proved the distance of which you are traveling shrinks depending on your velocity. Mass is relative. Meow. And the Doppler effect, I'm not crazy, is relative. And we have discovered the ultimate speed limit. We aren't talking about puny 60 miles an hour on the highway back from the brothel. We're talking about the speed of electromagnetic waves. The speed of light. Namely 299,792,458 meters per second. And you can never, ever travel faster than that. Because then you would also be moving into the past. And that would be kind of crazy. And also, another video. Some things can break the light barrier in some circumstances, but you and I never will. We have saved the best for last. You probably already saw it coming. The most famous equation in the world. E equals mc squared. I've read an entire book about it. Comment down below if you want to see me do a video on that topic. Of why energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. What this equation says is the mass and energy are two sides of the same coin. What it means, among other things, is that you and I are nothing but energy in a really cool form. How cool? Well, so far we are the only known conscious part of our universe. That means, as far as we know, we are the moment our baby universe woke up to observe itself for the first time in our cosmic history. Let's not waste that moment. Don't forget to like, hit the bell, and subscribe. Have a nice day.